greatest chairs for sitting up straight.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Huber Opera House in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. It's time for another Huber Happenings Live every other month, although this is actually a month and a half because we're so busy, both at the TV station and here at the Huber. And we're going to tell you what's been going on and why they were so busy here in just a minute. But we get together for about a half hour here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Chris Feature joins us, and we keep you up to date on what's going on at the Huber. Sometimes we do a little bit of a recap of some of the things that have happened, but primarily we focus on things that are coming up and other things that are going on at the Huber where people want to help out and support or whatever. So it's always a lot of fun. We want to thank you for joining us for this next half hour. Again, I'm Bill Murphy from Hicksville Community Television. Chris from the Huber is with us. And Chris, part of the reason why we are a little bit late in getting this Huber Happenings Live on is that, number one, you've had a lot of stuff going on here at the Huber. And one of those big things, and I'm going to see when we start talking if Brian can pan over towards the hallway, you've been working on a pretty big remodel on this portion of the Huber. We're here in the main entrance lobby.
Yes, and so this summer we were able to get this all painted, put up, the wallboards here, and also do some wallpapering in the entry hall. So it's really made a difference. It's really kind of freshened up things here in the lobby area, and the community room was also painted. So everything is kind of fresh and new again here in the public areas. So we're happy that Julie Hall led that and got that done with some other colleagues, and so. Yeah. It's been wonderful. And it's really kind of, again, you tried to sort of keep the vintage feel, I guess, of the Huber with the paint colors you chose and the type of wallpaper, whatever. So again, it adds a little, I guess it's okay because we're talking about a theater. It adds a little dramatic flair when you come in, and it does look really, really nice. And it's just another example of how the Huber, it's a work in progress, and you are still adding and still improving. And again, when people support the Huber by coming to the shows, whatever, this is where they can see where their money is going, is that things constantly get improved and upgraded. Yes, and of course, there's always a wish list. I mean, obviously, the auditorium needs repainted, the restrooms need repainted. Upstairs, we're still working on the historic area. So lots of things that are still in progress that as we have time and availability of people mostly is our issue right now, then we can get some of those things accomplished. So, but this one was a big one this summer to get all of this done.
All right, so if you were here just last weekend, the middle school was performing Peter Pan Jr., so you got a chance to see some of the renovations and some of the upgrades. And if you were not able to do that, you can look forward to checking out the new look of the Huber when you come, and hopefully we're going to be seeing a lot of people coming here in the next month and a half or so, as we have a lot of holiday programming that we're going to talk about shortly here. But the first thing that we want to talk about, because this is something that is happening tonight, so we want to get the word out. We've been sharing it on our Facebook page, and you, of course, have been promoting it as well. But you are doing auditions starting tonight for your Valentine's weekend performance, correct?
Yeah, it always seems like, already? Auditions already? You haven't even done the next show yet. Well, we're always like hip-hopping, to get things started and get things on track. So tonight we have auditions for Steel Magnolia. Okay. That will be, the performance dates are 13, 14, and 15 in February. But the auditions are tonight from 6 to 8 and Saturday morning from 10 to 12. So hopefully we're hitting people work schedules wise, they can hit one of those two times to come in and do that, and we encourage you to come out and join us for the auditions.
Yes, now this is not a musical, correct?
No, this is a play.
Okay.
This is a play.
So again, for those of you who say I can't sing, this is your opportunity to come on out and strut your stuff. It's a terrific story. It's a great show. You may be familiar with the movie, but it's a lot of fun. Now, are you going to be doing this when you do it in February? Is it planned to be another like Valentine's dinner theater type thing?
Yeah, we have a couple of things up our sleeve. Okay. I'll reveal later about our special nights, but we will be doing a dinner theater on Friday and Saturday. So, and those will be themed dinner.
Okay, all right. That sounds great. So again, there's a lot of female parts, obviously, but there are some male parts too. You got a couple pretty good male parts in that show. So it's again coming up. And if those times, 6 to 8 tonight, 10 to noon on Saturday, do not line up with you and you have a genuine interest, all you have to do is call Chris or email the Huber, and you can leave a message on the phone machine, which is 542-9553, and leave a message. And you've been known to have a special time if somebody wants to come in and really wants to audition outside of those hours.
Yes, we've always done that. So if those 2 times you're already completely booked up or work community activities, etc., then please let us know if you're interested in auditioning, and we can set up another time.
All right. So again, Steel Magnolias, the auditions tonight, 6 to 8, Saturday, 10 a.m. until noon. Another thing that you could do if you wanted to go on to huberoperahouse.org is get tickets for the December show.
Absolutely. Those tickets are on sale now. It is not a dinner theater because things get so busy in December that we don't do a dinner with our December show. But it's called Oh What Fun. And so we have I don't know, it's over 25 different songs from musicals that we've done in the past of people. Some of them are performed by the same people. Some of them are performed by, if it's a younger part, obviously they've grown up, and so we have to have somebody else fill those parts. But we are reviewing all of the musicals pretty much that we've done in the past 10 years, which is when we actually created our own production company. So the Upper Lane performers are doing that. We have kids involved as young as 5 years old, and then obviously all of our seasoned performers.
So there's a lot of familiar names on the cast list.
Lots of familiar names, and of course our talent just is unreal. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to kind of a night on Broadway type deal to review all of the songs.
This is not like a holiday themed type show. It is just like a best of review.
Right. Obviously, at the end, we've done White Christmas, so obviously we'll be doing some things from that, and Santa will arrive and all those good things. So it'll have a little bit of holiday spirit at the end, but it's just will be really warming to hear all those wonderful songs again.
Yes, indeed. Like I said, there's been some great shows that have been put on here, and some terrific performers too. Like I said, I saw the Clems are coming. Peter Greer is going to be on. A lot of familiar names, so a lot of talent that'll be on display, and it ought to be an awful fun show. And this is just 2 nights, not the normal 3.
No, just a Saturday at 7 and Sunday at 2. So just two performances for that one.
All right, and again, tickets are available online, and that'll go up till the week of the show, and then the week of the show, you'll just have to wait and get your tickets at the door.
Yeah, we always have room at the door because we always have room for more. Yeah.
All right, so we can look forward to that. And speaking of the holidays, I don't know if Brian can pan around again if he wants to. You've begun the process because when you decorate for Christmas at the Huber, it's maybe a little more complex than just putting up a tree or a wreath or whatever like a lot of people do at home.
Yeah, and so, we decorate, around the door frames. We have stuff that we put outside, stuff on the patio, stuff on the balcony, down in the auditorium, obviously this area in the lobby. So we've begun that, and the tree that we used to have was, A, pretty big and full, and 2, it was really falling apart. Yeah. Last year, we were using wire and zip ties, so it was time to get rid of that tree. So we have a new tree this year. So
it looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's a nice tall one, and it's a little more of a pencil thinner one, so it doesn't clog up as much room in the lobby. So it's going to be draped in golds and creams, and it'll be really pretty.
All right, and again, they decorate. You decorate inside the theater auditorium as well, whatever. So it's and it really does add a lot to the shows that you do, and you do a fair amount. I mean, you've got a pretty good schedule of holiday programming coming up next month.
We do. Are you ready for me to go through this?
All yours.
Okay, so we have Oh What Fun on December 6, 7. Okay, and then December 10th, which is a Wednesday, we have Christmas at the Huber, where the churches in town come together and do a service together. Then Friday, December the 12th, is our Hicksville Music Concert, so they always have the second Friday of the month. December 13th, then the next day is the 5-Star Dance Spectacular, and the Christmas Spectacular, and they have 2 shows. I think it's 2 and 6 question mark. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
They do like an afternoon matinee
And then do a performance, and that's always packed. We have Siberian Solstice coming back again, and that'll be on Sunday evening, December the 14th at 7 p.m. And then Antwerp Community Band always is wonderful to just like tie up that whole season together, and they're coming on Thursday, December 18th. So that's our December lineup. So it just goes bing bong bing right through both weeks there in December.
So no excuse not to be able to come to the Huber to get a good dose of holiday cheer if you need it during the month of December. And speaking of the month of December, right now we're still a couple weeks out from Thanksgiving, but do you still have any availabilities if people are looking for a place for a family or a business gathering, a Christmas party, something like that? Because this is, again, an ideal spot to host one of those bigger or company or corporate type events.
Yes, we still do. As far as the corporate events and so forth, we'd have to choose one of these dates that's not taken. Plus, some of these folks have a day of rehearsal somewhere in there, but there are still plenty of dates left there. And then obviously after December 18th, if you're doing something for family, we don't have anything else.
All right.
So yeah, that whole week, basically prior to Christmas, then it's open. So and through January, some.
And so if
do it
anybody is
later.
interested, again, they can stop by the box office, and the offices are open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 till noon. HuberOperaHouse.org has all that information as well, and contact information, and they can call and leave a message on the answering machine, and then you can go over with them the availabilities, the rates. You can, if people are looking for a caterer or whatever, you have people you can recommend to help out, that sort of stuff as well. And it really is just a beautiful place. And if you got a big family gathering and you don't want to have to clean up afterwards, you can let the Huber take care of that for you.
Absolutely, and everything's listed. If you go onto our website and look under rentals, it has all the information there of the different size rooms and that we have and the prices for those. So,
All right, terrific.
love to host some families.
Yes, indeed, it is an awful lot of fun. I've been to a few events here that have over the years, and it is really nice to be able to come here and enjoy just the atmosphere and the ambience. And again, it's just a terrific asset to have here in the village of Hicksville. I also wanted to make mention, because we talk about how you have your sort of a pause at the end of the holidays, and then you carry on over to the first part of the year, and quite often you utilize that time to take care of a lot of maintenance and cleaning and that sort of stuff or whatever. And you're always on are you looking for maybe volunteers willing to maybe help out a little bit in the month of January to sort of get everything spiffed up and ready to go for 2026?
Yes, we just had discussion at our board meeting just an hour ago about how we really need to clean up the basement. The basement area is underneath the stage. It's used as a green room and a dressing room at times, but it's also a lot of storage down there for all of the set pieces and things that we take those apart every time, and so it's all piles of wood and that kind of stuff. So we really need to clean that area out. So we're looking for a work day early in January sometime when we will, and we'll get that out on our Instagram and Facebook, and everybody's welcome to come and help, because it's a lot of, I think at this point, we just really need to almost empty the whole place,
Clean it up and then organize
give it a
stuff,
really good
put stuff back
cleaning,
in,
and
more
then,
organized
and then reorganize and put things back. So it might take 2 Saturdays, but we're looking for volunteers to come in and do that kind of stuff, and that just takes legwork. I mean, we can use teens, we can use adults, we can use whoever would like to come and help with that. But that's a big area, and every time you have a show, then things get taken apart and put away, and then not everybody puts it away the same way. So it just needs to be, completely reorganized.
And it really is a challenge. I mean, we've mentioned this before, and as a matter of fact, we've had a couple of our programs where we were upstairs in some of the prop and costume rooms, but you have this system, so when people take stuff out, they're supposed to put it back in the same place, and that's simply because then that way the next person can find what it is they're looking for. So, I mean, you really do need, it's one of those things people don't often think. They just think, oh, they got a big room full of clothes. But in a theater, it has to be organized, and you have to know exactly what it is. And that also goes for, like, flats that'll be a wall or doorway frames and things like that as well.
Yes, and, it's not, the people that are getting it out and putting it together are not always the exact same people that are putting things away. So they try and relay the message, and I try and be around every time they do a strike at the end of a show and putting everything away to try and get it in place. And but it's still, it's just because so many different people are using it, it just kind of gets.
Because again, you have your Opera Lane performers, you have the school that comes out, and then sometimes you'll have, like CC Banks will come in to do a show, or you'll have a band, or, and they have their own people, and they do their own setup, and so, not everybody's going to do it the same way.
Yeah, and so it's no fault of anybody, but just the fact that at this point, we just need to kind of reorganize and maybe pitch a few things.
Yeah, because look how long it took you that was like almost a year process for some of those costume rooms.
Well, yeah, that was just the building of the cabinets and all of that took a good year, and then we added the other room on, and then we added the prop closets. So it was a couple-year process just to get the furniture that we needed for storage in place. But I think we've got some things in place down in the basement, but we probably can use some more. So that's what we're going to work. That's going to be our January goal.
All right. So I wanted to make mention of that so you can keep your eyes peeled if you would like to. I know some people like to support through monetary donations or other things, but some people like to come in and get their hands dirty and roll up their sleeves. So there's a good opportunity coming up after the first of the year along those lines. The other thing is, speaking of people who do want to help support the Huber, maybe financially, if you've ever come to the Huber, out front you have a large section of commemorative bricks, and you're getting ready to add another group of bricks, correct?
Yes, about every 12 to 16 months we put it in order. So we're getting ready to put another order here in January so that they can be placed in the spring after the thaw. We have to wait till it's warm out. But if you would like to do commemorative bricks for a family or even for an event, a graduation or a wedding or any anniversary, anything like that, just to commemorate, we would love to have you, or if you'd just like to have your family name on a brick out here in front to show your support for the Huber, we'd love to have you do that. So they're really not that expensive, so it's like $125 for the small ones and $225 for the big ones. So it's not too bad as far as cost, but that's also a nice gift. That person that you never know what to get for them?
That's true.
And how special would that be, especially for somebody who's been a Hicksville resident for a long time and perhaps
a theater goer.
and appreciates the theater. So that would be an opportunity for you to do that, and then that benefits us also in our fundraising.
Terrific. And again, so people have basically through the end of December to be able to get that information. The forms are PDFs that are downloadable and printable off of the website, huberoperahouse.org, or again, they can stop by. Again, so that'd be a kind of a cool Christmas gift for somebody, I think.
Yeah, so something a little bit different. So like I said, for that person, you never know what to get for, so. So we also have other gifting opportunities, however. We do have gift certificates. Yeah. So if you want to get someone a gift certificate, and then they can reimburse that at any of the shows. And in addition to that, we have T-shirts that say Huber Me. Okay. So those are $15, and $12 for the use. So there's lots. We have a variety. We're gonna have to get
one of those to show off next month.
Yeah.
When we're back here to talk about the holiday things, we can show what the shirts are, because that's something new, the T-shirts.
Yeah, about a year or so ago, we started doing that, and it's just on the side thing. I mean, we get shirts often for our productions, but we didn't have anything that was just for the Huber. Yeah. So it says Huber Me on it, and Huber Opera House, and so kind of a play on words there. But those are very inexpensive and could be great stocking stuffers even for folks who've done or love the Huber. So, and we have them in different colors. So I'll try and get that out for our next one. But
all right, that sounds good. And now the gift certificates, do those come in any kind of denomination, or are they set denomination?
Any denomination. I mean, if you just want to do, like a $10 gift certificate, if you want to do a $100 gift, whatever, it's whatever you want to do. Then we write it up for that amount.
Yeah, and that's again, it's the nice thing about gift certificates is it allows the Huber to have the money right now, and you can utilize it for whatever you need it for. But you're still going to get your money's worth when you redeem those gift certificates. So that's again a nice holiday idea: a T-shirt or a gift certificate, brick out front, all three.
Whatever, yeah. And like I said, the gift certificates are good, for a while, and they can just use part of it on one show and part of it on another. So it's like giving an event instead of giving a thing, you know, an actual thing. And that's a lot of times, you know.
Well, the thing
it's
that
a great
occurs to
thing
me
to
too
do.
is, you know, we often have because we've spoken about this before. Often we've had the question: are there going to be like season tickets available for the Huber? And so far, there really hasn't been an official season ticket program. But if you wanted to, you could basically take a look at the schedule for the year, which you can find on the website early at the first of the year or whatever. Actually, we're going to be talking a little bit about 2026 next month as well. But you could look at the number of shows and the average ticket price, and you could sort of do a gift certificate for your own season ticket or for somebody.
Yes, yes, you could. Yeah, and we do. We're also discussing season
Okay.
tickets.
Well,
So
I know that that's
that's
been on
been
your
in the
agenda
works.
for a while.
Yeah. So we're looking at that, possibly start that next year. So.
All right, terrific. And again, we'll look forward to being here in December. We'll talk a little bit more about the Christmas shows, but yeah, December is when we're going to start looking ahead to what's coming up for what hopefully is going to be a busy and a fun and maybe kind of interesting 2026.
Yeah, for 2026, we've already got pretty much our shows already and have that all settled and done and the dates and the royalties and all of that. So, and then you fill in with, you know, your regular annual events that we typically have with the school and so forth. So, you know, it's a good, I mean, kind of getting a repetitive calendar here, which is kind of nice, then people know what to expect. But it also gives you time. So, and I'm just, so you know, I'm basically now scheduling for 2027.
Okay. And like I said, I know there has been a lot of talk about doing something similar to the sesquicentennial again in 2026, and the Huber was a vital part of that last year, or earlier this year, I should say. And again, people always look forward to when you have the wine tastings and some of the other nice fundraisers that you do. Off and on, not every year though, that's why, so it'll be interesting to see just what all comes about as we move through, because again, you have your schedule set up to a point, but then there's always going to be things that come up.
Both of those things you mentioned are already penciled in for 2026.
There we
A
go.
festival for Hicksville, for the first weekend in June. Similar, but not the same as the sesquicentennial, but that kind of thing. So there's a committee already meeting for that.
Yeah.
That's headed by Mike Barth and the community. So that really is, it's already, the dates are set for that. And then we also have wine tasting next year in November. So,
like I said, I know that's like an every other year type of thing or whatever, and we didn't do one last year, and that's always something I know a lot of people really do look forward to, is a really kind of an elegant night out fundraiser type of thing. It's really a very, very neat, wonderful evening.
it is. It's really nice. It's a warm and fuzzy night where you get to see our community people and obviously do the wine and beer tasting, and entertainment and your silent auction and all those kinds of things. But mostly it's the community feeling that you get with everybody together.
All right.
So
with that, I think we pretty much covered all of the things that we wanted to get out and talk about for this month. And again, we'll be figuring. I don't know yet. Chris and I are going to get together here real quick when we wrap up this live broadcast, and we're going to get the scheduled December broadcast set up, and then we will share that date with you as well. And again, we'll be talking about not only the December programs, but again, we've already made a few hints, but we'll talk a little more in depth, I think, about 2026 at that time. But again, I want to thank Chris for joining us. And again, a reminder that tryouts, now who's directing Steel Magnolias?
Julie Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's the Opera Lane Performers. So again, a chance for you to be in a non-musical play if you've been waiting for that. A fun show and a very familiar show. And again, 6 to 8 tonight and 10 to noon on Saturday for the auditions for Steel Magnolias to be performed Valentine's Day weekend 2026. So encourage you to come on out and be prepared to do the cold read. That's what it said on the thing, a cold read.
That just
If you know what that is, you know what it is.
Yeah, that just means we're going to pick a few pages and you're just going to
Yeah, they just give it to you and
read
say, go.
give you a couple seconds to prepare and
There you go.
go for it.
So that'll be an awful lot of fun, and we can look forward to that. Steel Magnolias kicking off the 2026 theater schedule here at the Huber. And aside from that, again, just a reminder, again, the December show on the 6th and 7th, Saturday and Sunday, a best of review of the musicals of the last 10 years. Wrapping up with a little holiday cheer to sort of kick off the Christmas season. And again, lots of great Christmas programming, the community church program, the school's band and choir concert, Siberian Solstice, Antwerp Community Band, all sorts of great Christmas cheer going on here at the Huber in the month of December. And all of the information about all the stuff that we've talked about, if you haven't been able to, is huberoperahouse.org. And that has their email contacts. And again, box office is open 10 till noon Tuesday and Thursday. 419-542-9553. And the answering machine is checked fairly frequently, and somebody will get back to you. Just leave a message if you have any questions. And again, all the information, downloadable stuff, it's right there, the Huber Happenings newsletter, huberoperahouse.org.
Yes, and the headliner, which is available too, which has all the information.
It's all right there, one stop for that. Chris, again, thank you so much for having us out here today. Always a pleasure. Already looking forward to being back next month to talk to you about December stuff and what's coming up in 2026. I want to thank Chris for joining. I want to thank all of you for joining us as well. Especially I want to thank Brian for giving up a little bit of his afternoon and operating the iPad Pro for us for the live stream this afternoon. And again, we encourage you to come on out and try out for Seal Magnolias tonight, and make sure that you come by and patronize the Huber. The best way to support the Huber is to come and see and enjoy the shows that they put on for you each and every month and throughout the entire year right here in Hicksville, Ohio. So with that, we're going to wrap it up for this month of November. Thanks again for joining us, everybody. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll say break a leg to the upcoming casts and the upcoming performances here at the Huber. And until we talk to you next time, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. Thanks so much. Take care, stay safe, and talk to you again real soon right here on HIX-TV.